So today's Friday, May 28th, 2010. It's about almost 2 o'clock p.m. So we're coming into the close for the week here. This is a chart of the Euro US dollar monthly. And as you can see, we're going to drop in a trend line, which we've been talking about for quite a while now. And this month has definitely put in a monster down leg and done quite a bit of damage for the euro. So if we go down to a weekly chart, when we were in this area, we mentioned that if we did get a close below here, the next logical place for price to move would be 2009 lows, and here we are, been here for the last couple of weeks actually. And so we saw this bar last week. We were thinking that there might be some sort of reversal here because of it's an up bar, but this week we are showing some signs of that, but the sellers are still in control for the most part. So what we have through here is many lower highs and a series of consecutive lower lows. But this week we actually have a higher low, but we still have that lower high. So there is some slow momentum of selling pressure, and it's a good chance that sellers taking profits here, buyers are starting to accumulate positions. But again, we have to watch our lower time frames to see if these relationships hold true and do follow through. If not, there are a few levels where we can expect price to move through upon a failure of this support area. And so one of these, which would be this swing point right here, and that is about 116-ish on the euro. And another key area that pops out is this level through here. So somewhere in between 118 and a half to 116 and a quarter would be a logical place for our next support level on the higher time frames. Now, if we go down to a daily chart, there's a few good areas that we should keep an eye on, one of which is this trend line coming through here. And so if price does manage to pop up, there's going to be a good deal of sellers here, including myself. I'm looking to sell here. It's a very perhaps obvious place to be selling shorts for banks, hedge firms, anyone that's watching these higher time frames. And then if we go down to the 4-hour, there's a few other things lining up for us. Actually, it's more obvious in the daily. We could put in a channel here from this level to this level, and and that coincides with these lows coming through here. Now, as you can see, we did make it up to these levels today, and sellers are definitely selling. They're selling them. And so what do we have here? We have potential reversal. We actually have a higher high. Anyone who bought at this level got faked out and is now in a losing position. So the idea next is that if we get a close here, there should be some continuation to the downside. But again, we need to watch our lower time frames to confirm these moves and participate in them. So the euro's been a little bit choppy lately. There's been a few reversal bars through here, and most of which have failed. And price has not really moved too much for the last few days. Now moving down to a 4-hour, if we want to find additional entry places, this was a good one through here. We can see a lot of them actually if we just drop our trend lines through these levels. And so watching price come up here, and if it breaks, then we can expect it to go to the next level, and more shorts to come in at those prices. So for example, if we did see sellers here, but if we did turn around and break this, then I would expect price to come up here, and at that point more sellers to come in. And if we breach that, then again this level right here, because the trend does maintain, it's very obvious there's a downtrend on the daily and weekly time frame. So until we see those higher swing highs and higher swing lows, we're going to maintain that bias. Now moving down to a 1-hour time frame, as you can see, though, there's a lot more info on the 1 hour because there are more candles, and we actually have this trend line right here going up. And as you can see, for now buyers are holding these levels, but there's a good chance that we see further downward pressure here, and the reason is because when we have an uptrend, you have higher swing highs and higher swing lows, as you can see here. But the idea is that the upswings, the up legs here, should be much larger than the down legs. And unfortunately, that's not the case with this most recent swing low. We actually had a penetration of this swing point, forming a lower swing low. So I would expect, perhaps some buyers come up here and we get a good, decent weekly close. But if we do see that occurring, then I will be looking to sell this downward trend line right here, which will be a reference for sellers. So we have this weakness occurring on the hourly. We also have this is that weekly support resistance level, which you can see has been respected multiple times. These areas are definitely showing some reversals, and so I would be a seller in this area. So potential long through here because of a bounce off this line. It's 15-minute. We had that reversal bar forming through here, and buyers are able to hold on to that. So there's a potential long here, and then the very obvious short here for a continuation down next week. So we'll see how this goes, but that's pretty much it for now, and thanks for your time, and hope you have a great weekend.